Well, it is 1 o'clock on Monday. Things are different. Yeah, how's it going? Hope you guys are doing well. It is official that we are not going back, obviously now. And so, if you haven't yet, check your email. I sent an email out just because since we're not going back, we had to finish this how we're going, and so a couple of things. Just make sure you are doing the work. Make sure you are asking me questions. All right. And just keep on top of stuff. Put aside a time every day to work on school. And if you can, put aside a place to work on school. It's just going to take some time every day as best you can, except weekends. But hi, Aiden. How are you today? So that's the general gist of what I said in my email. There's a little bit more, of course, like the assignments and all that. Some of you guys might be a little bit more behind than others. So you could still catch up. There's no, shame in that. Just get on that because believe it or not, school will be over before we know it. So keep on that. So that's the gist of that. So getting on to physics. I'm okay, Aiden. I'm okay. I with the announcement on Friday, even though I was expecting it, it was still kind of like hard, and so overall, I'm good though. Anyway, yeah. So like usual, I'm going to start with physics and then go on to honors physics. In physics, it's this, we are continuing what we started last week, where you are doing a little lab. Ooh, hello. That's not what I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to do either. What? Shift tab. Nope. Well, that's not it. Oh, that is it. Okay, good. Yeah. So, I know Friday was, like I said, I took it harder than I thought I would. It was weird. I still am not like completely over it, that we're not going back this year. But yeah, so anyway, so last week we started this in physics, and today, let's see if I could do this. Yeah. So today what you want to do is basically you're going to organize your evidence. Okay, now again, you could just be doing this all at once. So if you've already done this, great. If you are doing this every single, all at one day, that's fine too. If you're doing it every day, a little bit at a time, that's fine too. But basically, you're doing this thing about how does the voltage of the battery or the number of loops affect the strength of electromagnet. So you've gathered the data. Hopefully you have it in a data table. And oops, that's the wrong one. There we go. All right, trying to do this all by like magical hotkeys. I'm not super adept at that yet, but I'm getting better. So today you've got your evidence. Hopefully this is all filled out. And now you want to basically make your graph. All right, so tomorrow work on the claim reasoning, and that'll be basically it. So yeah, so as you can see, like I said, tomorrow we're basically going to be done with this. All right, so if you've got any questions, let me know. I will put in Wednesday, Thursday, Friday stuff soon, but I want to give you just a chance to finish it up. Just kind of like highlight the fact that this is one assignment and it's going to be done soon. Like I said in my email, most of the assignments we're going to be doing will be like this, where it's like a lot of learning, a lot of doing is on your own, and you're going to be learning as you put together something bigger. So in this case, it's a little bit of it's a CER type of lab. Yeah. So that's what we're doing in this class. I just did something formulate. So there we go. All right, so honors physics. So it is now the week of April 20th. We are starting a 10. I'm just going to scroll down. So as you can see, there's 10 parts to this assignment. Okay. The Google Classroom is a little confusing, perhaps because the due date I have in the Google Classroom is Tuesday, January, March, April 28th. I'm losing track of the days. And that is true. So you're going to submit this document on that day or by this day. So you could do it beforehand. That's fine. But don't submit it later than that, because as you can see, there's 3 more things we need to do. Basically, I'll be revising, you give it back to me, and you're going to be putting together a Google Slides presentation that you'll be sharing out with the class and discussing a little bit, just replying to it. So, but going back, that's looking a little bit too far ahead perhaps, is you're just going to start this investigation, and it is an investigation, and it has to do with electricity. So I came up with a cheesy title for it, and you have several options I came up with. So pick one that sounds good to you, or if you do have something that is related, let me know. It might just be easier to pick one, but you have something else that you definitely know is related, we can definitely work with that. Maybe I'll help you formulate your question in a good way. So basically, your first option is, how does electricity work? How does it get into our houses? How is it generated? How is it transmitted? What does it mean that's high voltage? Why has it got to be high voltage? Like what's the deal with that? So basically pick that question, or you could pick option 2 or 3 or 4. Option 2 is, how come we have so many different kinds of power generation, power plants? Why don't we just stick with one? You can probably think of some pros and cons, but why don't we just pick the best one and go with it? You know, so that's what option 2 is. What's the best generation? What's the best power plant, basically? Option 3, how do speakers work? What the heck? Like, right? I mean, just this little thing in your phone or in a car or a TV or whatever, it can reproduce every single sound. Why? What is a speaker? How does it work? Option 3, what's the difference between DC and AC, direct current and alternating current? What are the pros? What are the cons? Why don't we just do we just use one? Do we use both? I don't think, what's the difference? Why? So that kind of stuff. Option 5, like I said, we could work together if you want to come up with something else. But basically, those are your choices. Now it says like option 1, option 2, option 3 resources, 4 resources. So those are going to be coming in handy down below when you get to day 2 or part 2, where it says open the resources for the option you chose. Okay, you're going to see that. So there's just some resources to help you with the research. But today's assignment, part 1, is just to define the question. What are you interested in learning about? Okay. And first of all, this is a science class, and so we're going to do a scientific investigation. So yeah, so this is 5 questions to answer, and that's it for today. So once again, I'm going to go back to the other thing. That's not us. All right, there we go. So like I said, this is divided up into 10 parts, so you can kind of get an idea of what we're doing. So today is defining the question. Tomorrow, you're going to start your initial investigation. You're going to use some of the resources that I gave you to find out some of the answers to your questions. That's basically it. That is a recap of today. So anybody who's watching, I mean, if you have questions, you let me know. Otherwise, yeah. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow, and I'll probably pop up a Zoom meeting at some point soon. So, all right. Well, you have a good rest of the afternoon, and take care of yourself. Stay safe. Stay away from other people.